and welcome to lovely Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where we're going to try to take a trip to Asheville. It's not a long one. It's a total time in flight probably is about an hour and a half or so. So we're flying the Rotate MD-80. There has been a learning curve for me to start feeling more at home with it, without a lot of hiccups and burps and spits. But I think I'm better. I think I'm a little bit better with it. Once again, everything's always a learning experience. I'm not a real pilot. I am a little old for that, to start that training and process at my age, but I really do enjoy Xplane 12. Thank you for all the hard work you guys put into Xplane 12, and I know it's a labor of love as much as it's a labor of a little bit of everything. We're going to go ahead and see if we can get things started, get this party started. And let's see, can I do that from outside? Rotate MD-80. I can. Okay, I just think that's neat. I can be outside and do it like this instead. So we're going to so I'll go to my aircraft management forward door toggle. We're going to open that door. How about we'll do our forward. We're not going to need the stairs because we have a jetway. So aft door. And we'll do cargo doors. And let's see. By the way, love that part of that. That was a little novelty of the MD-80. That, but to have the stairs to enter through the back of the plane there was always kind of cool. Okay, let's get the cockpit. And we're going to use the checklist on this XChecklist, but there's some things that he misses. Don't want to discriminate here.
Battery.
But when she says battery, after that there should be an IRS alignment. I think, just my opinion. So I'm going to hit battery.
On and locked. Parking brake.
All right, she says
Set.
parking brake. I say
External power.
IRS is aligned. Okay. And then to external power, that where kind of the hub of how you set things up in this aircraft is right here. So it's really a powerful notebook, and I'll show you how to set it up here. We need to put the numbers in from our flight plan, and so here we have our trip fuel. First of all, make sure you put pounds. I put kilograms 2 nights ago and ran out of gas on the way to my destination. That was really embarrassing. Okay. All right, so trip fuel's 11,712. So we're going to go down here, 11,712. And all tanks, our block fuel is 24925. 24925. Our passengers on this trip are 146. So 73 in the back, 73 in the front. Cargo, the manifest for cargo is, let me see here, $13,500. Okay, so we'll say 4250. 13,000. Hold on. didn't mean to do that. 3,500. Okay. That should have all those numbers that we need in there. Okay. And so we've already opened the door. We already have our aft doors, so all the doors are open, and we can continue with our checklist. I'm going to, by the way, just for the sake of everything, you see the yoke, click on it right here, it goes away.
On. External power left and right bus.
Okay, so we want to do a GPU. We don't have to, but we will for this.
Autopilot.
On. Passenger door, key is Shift plus F1. Open. Rear passenger door, key is Shift plus F4, if necessary. Open. Passenger stairs, key is Shift plus F3, if necessary. Extend. Service door, key is Shift plus F7. Open. Forward cargo door. Open. Mid cargo door. Open. Aft cargo door. Open. Load fuel.
I'm going to do a quicker load on fuel just for the sake of time for this. So here we have, pull this up, just to save us some time. So we're going to do start, and then I'm going to tell it expedite.
As calculated.
And
Boarding passengers and cargo.
And expedite.
As calculated. Clear master caution. Check. FMC.
Okay. We're going to clear master caution and go for the FMC. There we go. And by the way, it's confusing. This part's confusing if you haven't flown this very much, but right now the FMC is actually on. But to save the screen, here, just turn this up. Well, while we're here, you see these two are off here. We're going to go ahead and turn that one up and turn that one up. It says fail because IRS is aligning. Okay. Alright, init ref. Our airport is KFLL. Ah, it's not all that. And between these two, this is GPS or reference airport. I use the GPS because it's coming from our aircraft. There we go. Right, we're not through. We're not even close to being through right now. So, but now we're going to go to route. So, how we can get our route. Earlier, if you weren't watching, it's okay. I copied the sim brief information into the saved folder of my aircraft in the Xplane aircraft's Luminar folder. So because I did that, I can do this. I can do KFLL, KAVL. Okay, so this is our route, and I can click here, and it populates. The flight for this is, hold on. Allegiant 238, so that's AAY 238. We're going to activate that. And by the way, the runway we're going off on is 10 left. See some more info though. There we go. Now, our departure information is 10 left. with a departure of Frisbee Stymie. Frisbee Stymie. Execute. Our arrival is going to be on 35. And we don't have an available arrival for going in. Let's see if it has a transition though. Our approach. What approach do we have? No, we really don't. Our approach, transition, A, B, any of those? No, really don't. Although I'm going to put in SUG. I do that. I don't mind having a little bit of a longer approach. Now here's the cool part. What I love about coming in on 35 is we're coming in from the south to the north, and so that means we get to go straight in. Okay. Now let's look at our legs. Okay, elbow, room, bolo. Okay. And I'm not going to worry with the discontinuity yet till we enter this information. So, by the way, our altitude, cruise altitude is 320. And our cruise winds are 337 at 09. No, excuse, not cruise. Our takeoff winds are 337.09. It says actually cruise winds. We may have to change that. That's all right. Cost index, by the way, we always use 100 for this. There's a reason for that. Just use 100. Our reserves, I'll go into reserves last. Our ZFW is 119.4. And fuel is 24.9. 24.9. If you have to put a / an A in there. There we go. Okay, and let's go back to what our reserves are. Our 3.1. Okay. And take off for our OAT or 029, 29.0, 29. Now let's fill this in. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 5596268. So where it says 68, we're going to put our speed here at 78. Ron, would you get our IFR clearance, please?
Sure, Steve. I'll contact clearance for our IFR clearance.
Okay, and we're going to execute that.
Fort Lauderdale clearance, Allegiant 238. We'd like to collect our IFR clearance with information Quebec.
And let's review.
Just a second.
We don't need this discontinuity there. So between A and B, I'm going to put A and B up here. I want to execute that.
Allegiant 238, Fort Lauderdale clearance cleared to Asheville via the Frisbee 2 departure. Then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 320 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 118.1 squawk 3114. Expect runway 10 left.
Ron, are you reading back?
Yes, Steve. Here's the readback. Cleared to Asheville via the Frisbee 2 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 320 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.1 squawk 3114. Expect runway 10 left.
Ed, we're going to put this on transmit receive for TCAS.
Program flight plan. Takeoff V speeds. Calculate and set bugs. Takeoff trim.
Alright. Thank you. So for takeoff trim, we've got a takeoff of 3.8. Yeah, 3.8 there.
JetBlue 1675, readback correct.
Our flap settings 11.
121.4 when ready.
Contact ground 121.4 when ready. JetBlue 1675.
Okay.
Calculate and set up. Flight director.
Knock the
Both on.
flight directors on.
Heading knob to runway. Set. Max bank angle. Set to 15. Initial cleared altitude.
I love when she says
Set
that.
end arm. SPD/Mach. Set to V2 plus 10. Altimeter.
Altimeter is 2906. 2906.
Set local QNH. Cockpit door. Locked. Auxiliary hydraulic pump.
Yeah, see, this is easy to miss, but we go down here.
On. All doors and stairway. All closed. Engine start pump.
Engine start pump.
On. APU master. Run. APU master.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Can you please repeat that a bit slower? United 234.
Fort Lauderdale clearance, American 3610, IFR to San Juan, request clearance, over.
I am working on that clearance, stand by.
I need to check that. I don't have the back door closed. And we want to detach the outside. Honestly, we still need taxiing. I was about to say I was going to get brave and try to taxi, but I won't do that.
Start. Check APU power avail. Check. APU generator. Check on. APU bus left. On. APU bus right. On. Galley power. On. Left engine bleed air cross feed.
This is easy to miss because the cross feeds are here. It's the weirdest place, but hey. I didn't sweat to build it, so.
On. Right engine bleed air cross feed. On. APU air source. On. Air conditioning left system.
Both of those need to stay off right now.
Air conditioning right system. Off. Check APU AC load.
It's all good.
Check. External power left bus.
Off.
Off. External power right bus. Off. External power. Off. Instrument lights. As required. Stall test. Check.
Stall.
Max SPD warning test.
Overspeed.
Check. Annunciator / digital lights test. Check. Loops test. Check.
Clearance.
Loop speed
FedEx
test.
3514 requesting IFR to Detroit.
Check. Clear master caution. Check. Clear master warning. Check. Strobe lights.
Strobe lights here. We'll go with both.
Position. Anti-skid. Armed. Push and start clearance.
Ron, you're in charge of all comms.
I'm now in charge of comms.
And would you get our pushback and start clearance?
I'll contact ground for pushback and start clearance.
Received and activated. Pushback procedure as required. Check. Left fuel pumps. On. Center fuel pumps. On. Right fuel pumps. On. Engine start system A or B. Select. Throttle idle. Check. Right generator.
Alright, we're waiting now.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
On. Left generator.
Hey, baby.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I have a question I want to ask. And this is one I need to be answered by our mentor.
Fort Lauderdale clearance, Spirit Wing 335 with information officer, request IFR clearance to San Jose.
Clearance on request, you're number 1.
Roger, correct readback.
Millie, on the MD-80, should the hydraulic pumps be in the either the low or high position, one of the two? I know I have to turn on the auxiliary pump,
Tow connected and bypassed
to
and
on,
inserted. Release parking brake.
but my checklist misses turning the hydraulic pumps on. Is that a problem?
On the MD-80, the hydraulic pumps should typically be in the on position, either low or high, depending on your operational needs. If your checklist is missing that step, it's important to verify that the hydraulic system is functioning properly before takeoff. Always good to double check with the aircraft manual or your instructor if you're unsure.
Right. So I'm not wrong to make sure that that's on, because it's not. She misses it. Let's say she picks it up anywhere, but I think she misses it. That's a problem. It's a cabin crew. We're going to put Dutch Plier in the cabin today. This ought to be interesting. He can be a little grumpy. Hey, Dutch.
Well, Captain, I guess you think you're funny calling me Dutch. Just keep your eyes on
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
passengers, and trust me, they're not worth my time.
Oh, he's a mess. Hoping I didn't hot start that. I don't think I did.
On. Right engine starter. Hold until 20% N2. Right fuel handles. On. Wait until N1 25%. Check. Right volts and frequency.
Fort Lauderdale clearance, American 2100,
Check.
request IFR.
Left engine starter. Hold until 20% N2. Left fuel handles.
Cleared to LaGuardia
On.
vehicles to departure.
Wait until N1 25%. Check. Check left volts and frequency.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
6514
requesting IFR complete unfast file. We have information Yankee on base.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
securing it with the elastic band. Don't worry about helping others first. Just make sure you get yours on first. Playing here. Found those line casts. They are located under your seat. To use them, pull them out.
Check.
Over your head.
Engine starter system.
Inflate
Off.
it by pulling the red tabs.
Engine
by
start
blowing
pump.
into the tube. You can
Off.
find the escape routes clearly marked.
AC bus X-tie.
Follow the illuminated signs to the nearest exit, which might be behind you, so don't be too proud to look back. In the unlikely event of an evacuation, your luggage must remain on board. We don't have time
Auto.
to play Pac-Man, so leave it behind.
APU bus left.
As for the emergency
Off.
exits, there are two at the front,
APU bus
two
right.
over the wings, and two at the
Off.
rear of the aircraft.
APU air
Reset.
switch.
Just follow the signs.
Off.
For goodness sake,
APU master.
And finally, please remember that if you see any power banks or
Off.
devices that are getting too hot,
Air conditioning left system.
let us know immediately. We're not here to deal with fires, thank you very much. So buckle up, sit tight, and let's hope the
Auto.
chemicals doesn't screw this up.
Air conditioning
Enjoy your
right
flight.
system. Auto. Flight control elevators full forward. Check. Flight control elevators full aft. Check. Flight control ailerons full left. Check.
Okay.
Flight control ailerons
Host
full
disconnected
right.
and bypass pin has been removed.
Check.
Hand signal on the right.
Flight
We'll see you
control
next
rudder
time
full
and have a
left.
safe flight.
Check. Flight control rudder full right. Check. Windshield anti-fog and ice.
By the way, that steering column or that yoke column is in bad shape. I do use anti-fog even in good weather.
On. Pitot/stall heat. Capped. Left and right airfoil heat. On if needed. Left engine anti-ice.
No.
On if needed. Right engine anti-ice. On if needed. Yaw damper. On.
This is Delta 007
Logo light.
with information pop-up.
On.
Looking for IFR
Seat belt
clearance
sign.
to Reagan.
Fort Lauderdale clearance, Southwest 1685, IFR to New Orleans.
On. No smoking sign. On. Nose lights. On bright. Left ground flood light. On. Right ground flood light. On. Anti-collision lights. On. Cockpit temp.
I'm good. That's all good. Okay.
Auto as desired. Cabin temp. Auto as desired. Transponder. Set as required. Parking brake. Off. Taxi to runway and hold short.
All right. Brian, we're ready to taxi to our runway.
I'll contact ground for pushback and start clearance.
Brian, we're good on that. We just need taxi clearance.
I'll contact ground for taxi clearance.
Fort Lauderdale ground, Allegiant 238, ready for taxi. We have Quebec.
Allegiant 238, Fort Lauderdale ground, runway 10 left, taxi via Tango, Tango 4, Bravo, Bravo 1.
Runway 10 left, Tango, Tango 4, Bravo, Bravo 1, Allegiant 238.
Dutch, did you already do the safety inspection?
Oh, for crying out loud, Captain, of course I did the safety inspect. I I don't need to be
Layer
reminded all the
1601,
time.
pushback and start approved.
Cabin
Tail
crew, prepare for
southeast.
the safety announcement.
Grumpy butt. I think I may have one of my buttons mismarked. Here, one of my my talk buttons mixed up. I need to maybe to check it. Shout out to Captain Steve. Captain Steve retired after 34 years in the cockpit today. And if you, he's got a Facebook page, but he probably has it on his YouTube page too, of him on his last flight. It's quite moving. 34 years doing what he loved. It's awesome.
Check. Thrust mode TO.
It's kind of a hazy summer day here in Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Florida. I tell you what,
Allegiant 238, contact tower on 119.3. Have a good afternoon.
it's a nice airport.
Switching to tower on 119.3, Allegiant 238. Fort Lauderdale Tower, Allegiant 238, holding short of 10 left, ready for departure. Good afternoon.
Allegiant 238, Fort Lauderdale Tower, runway 10 left, winds 110 at 11. RNAV elbow cleared for takeoff.
We're going to get lined up and then we'll get our flaps set.
Blue 201, contact departure.
Runway 10 left, RNAV elbow cleared for takeoff. Allegiant 238.
Right. Okay, we've got both feet down on the brake now. We're going to set our flaps to 11.
Check EPR 1.92. Flaps to 11 or 15 degrees.
And our engine starter system is to override.
Check. Engine start system. OVRD. Annunciator panel. Check. Left external flood light. Extend on. Right external flood light. Extend on. Nose lights. Off. Galley, off for takeoff. Off. Check engine instruments. Check. Takeoff clearance. Request. Strobe. Both. Transponder. XPDR. Timer. On. Line up and hold brakes press. Set. Auto brake. T.O. Throttle.
Stabilizer. Stabilizer.
N1 70%. No oral warning sound. Check. Throttle idle. Check. Auto throttle.
Okay, now auto throttle up. Toga button pressed. Can't see it.
Stabilizer. 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 Stabilizer.
Front pressure on yoke.
Stabilizer.
On.
Stabilizer.
Toga. N1 85%. Brakes. Released.
Contact departure.
VR speed check.
JetBlue 39, contact departure.
Above 130 knots. Climb.
Positive rating where we're gear up.
Positive. Landing gear lever. Up. Height. Passing 400 feet. NAV mode, FMS or VOR.
Climb.
Legion 238, contact departure on 118.1.
Switching to departure on 118 decimal.
And nav.
Fort Lauderdale departure,
VNAV
Allegiant
mode.
238. Good afternoon. We're climbing past 1500. Fort Lauderdale departure, Allegiant 238. Good afternoon. We're climbing past 1500.
Flaps are retracted.
Fort Lauderdale departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain 4000, turn left heading 040, vectors to elbow. Then as filed.
Climb and maintain 4000, left heading 040 for vectors to elbow, then as filed. Allegiant 238.
Allegiant 238, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Climb and maintain flight level 200. Allegiant 238.
200. Okay.
Arm. Autopilot. Engage. Airspeed. Greater than 160 kts. Flaps. Up. Airspeed. Greater than 180 kts. Slats. Retraction. Galley. On. Max bank angle.
We're fine for now on that. 30.
Set to 30. Auto brakes. Off. Engine start system. Off above weather. Auxiliary hydraulic pump.
2187 Heavy, flight level 024 for flight level 070.
You want that off?
Off. altitude.
2187 Heavy, Miami departure, radar contact. Cleared, direct CSOL.
Direct CSOL. American 2187 Heavy. Climbing, maintain flight level 210, American 2187 Heavy.
That's a pretty awesome shot. It's nice.
Passing 10,000 feet. Left external flood light.
We're not there yet. Fun.
Allegiant 238, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climbing and maintaining flight level 250, Allegiant 238.
I don't think it'll let me count this now, but I forgot something. Nope, I can't count it. Doggone it. I'll do it again later. I forgot to start my ACARs. It's alright. We're nearing 10,000. Floods are off. I'm leaving the collision zone. It's just me.
Yes, Captain, we are all set here. Just trying to keep the passengers from complaining too much. You know how they are. Dear guests, we have now reached the safe altitude. You are free to use your electronic devices.
Retract and off.
Lavatories are available.
Right
Cabin
external
service
flood
will be
light.
Just a reminder. If you have any
Retract and
complaints,
off.
keep them to yourself.
Nose
We don't have
lights.
time for your nonsense.
Off.
Thank you for flying Legion
Logo
Air.
light.
Let's hope the captain doesn't mess this up.
Off. Left ground flood light.
Allegiant
Off.
238, climb and maintain
Right
flight
ground
level
flood
280.
light. Off.
Climb and maintain flight
Seat
level
belt
280,
sign.
Allegiant 238.
Auto. At transition altitude. (1013/2992). Bank angle.
Alright, we're climbing now to 300. We're about 110. We're at a pause here for a minute while we climb. We can actually look at our arrival number. So if I go to approach, I'm going to need to be on 110.50, course heading with 347. Well, our VREF will be about 40 at 138, so 110.50 at 347. Okay, that's it. And we're on our scheduled climb. Good. We look good. This rotate MD-80,
Allegiant 238, 238, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climb and maintain flight level 320, Allegiant 238.
I'm gonna put it in my top four aircraft that I enjoy flying, but it's a little bit more. It's not as much automation in so many words. Still a lot, but you can see it's like age. It's seasoned age.
degrees above flight level 300.
Allegiant 238, contact
Monitor
Miami
engine
Center on
instruments.
132.45.
Check.
Contacting Miami
Autopilot
Center
data.
on 132 decimal.
Check. Target altitude.
Miami Center, Allegiant 238, good afternoon, climbing to 15,000 feet en route to flight level 320. Miami Center, Allegiant 238, good afternoon, climbing through 15,000 for flight level 320.
Allegiant 238, Miami Center, good afternoon, Belglade, altimeter 29901.
Altimeter 29901, Allegiant 238.
All right, 17,000. Anyway, let's see. I haven't looked and seen more about the Rotate MD-80 on our Xplane site. Let me see. Wait, I was there. I was checking the Xplane store for this aircraft. Curious. Hold on, let me check something. Log in. Okay, here it is. Okay. MD-80. I was looking at my information on the MD-80.
November 723 Kilo, Foxtrot, Miami Center, Roger. Lewiston altimeter
What I do like about the MD-80 is it came with a separate download of all the liveries that go with it also. I thought that was kind of cool. I will say this. Trying to think how recent the MD-80 is, because there's definitely let's just say that it is a larger purchase, but I think it's still worth a consideration if you want to go and look at it and see if it's for you. You could check it out. It's I was just looking at the information I had here on it. Okay. All right, so this one in particular is the Rotate MD-80 Pro for XP12, and you make your own mind up about what you think about it in terms of if you want to purchase it or not. But I'm saying it was I think it was a good purchase. It was a good aircraft. For the cost point, for the price point, I think it was a good. It was about somewhere around $59. Now, what I've added onto this one was the sound pack, the premium sound pack. Yeah, so I did beef it up just a little bit more, but it's been a good aircraft. One thing I'm hoping it will allow for me just to follow my route in. A couple of times on Say Intentions recently, they're kind of cutting me a little bit short on my descent time, and if I just would have followed the actual like flight plan, I would have been fine. So it's been the only aggravation I've had with those Say Intentions. Okay, so we're still on VNAV climb, and you notice here climb, and then as soon as we get level off at 300, I'll switch over to cruise, and you'll see this change to VNAV level instead. We'll keep following the nav track. We're at 320 here. Looking forward to a nice, smooth landing at Asheville. Although it's a really, like, it's almost like you're landing uphill. The way the runway is kind of like, it's almost like a arc. It's interesting.
Set. NAV1 ILS frequency.
We're almost to our cruise altitude, about 1,000 feet out. Let's see.
Set. Landing runway course CRS-1. Set. Decision height.
Double checking our altitude. So coming into Asheville, our altitude is 2164. So we're going to leave that on 2164, 2100. Cabin pressure is, we're right at, almost right, 906. I don't think that's in the, my steps either, and we'll learn more when we fly the MD-82.
Set. Seat belt sign. On. Auxiliary hydraulic pump.
We're stopping there. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. Question is, I think I have to change it over to VNAV cruise. I don't think it does it automatic here. I'm gonna wait a second before I change it. See what it does. I don't like the way these windows are up here. I don't. I feel like I'm in a tank. I think the light's for the 1,000 feet to go. Fairly certain. Right, now remember, you're still on VNAV climb here, and we'll see if it changes when we get to our cruise altitude. Remember, I'm still learning this plane. Little nuances. Here we go. Yep, it changed. That part changed on its own. But I'm gonna hit cruise. All right. See how far we're out. We're 432 miles outside of Asheville. Y'all, I'm going to go and so I'm going to be on cruise for a minute and make sure some cats are not starving to death. Okay.
238, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.0.
Contacting Jacksonville Center on 134.0. Allegiant 238. Jacksonville Center, Allegiant 238. Good afternoon, maintaining flight level 320.
Allegiant 238, Jacksonville Center, good afternoon.
Captain, would you like a drink or a snack? And yes, I didn't mix the milk with Jet A1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant speaking. Just a quick note that we are currently cruising at 32,000. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Let's keep it quick, shall we? I have an encore request to do cater to your whims. Enjoy your flight for now.
All right, we're going to try to get through this flight. I'm hoping everything goes as it should. I might use some time compression to gain some time here. Let me see, where are we at? 354 miles outside of Asheville. Okay, I'm going to try this with Xplane 12. I'm going to do Control T. All right, now we're at what? Should it give me 2 times? Okay, 2 times. I'm going to let it sit at 2 times and just see if that kind of boosts me up a little bit. I'm at about 347 miles outside of Asheville. That will buy me a little bit of, give me a little bit of time back. We're going to go ahead and check our QNH at our destination. We're at 29 or 9 or 8. Not much different than what we are now. You see, we're at 29 or 9 or 6. Not hardly different at all. It's good. That most of the virtual airlines will not allow for, like if you're cruising for some distance at your flight level, they'll allow for 4 times, up to 4 times, but no more. Alright, 2 taps, two control T's, I think give me 4 times. Or close, or close.
Allegiant 238, Jacksonville Center. I'll have you descending in about 20 minutes. Feel free to ask if you'd like it sooner.
Center, Papa, Piper 122 Mike Bravo, like to take my IFR clearance to Tri-State. Give me 1 second for that clearance. Cleared to Tri-State, radar vectors, Athens, VOR, that is filed. Climb and maintain 9,000, departure frequency on 124.2, squawk 2136, Piper 2 Mike Bravo.
Alright, I used a little time compression there, but I'm going to go back to a regular time compression here. There we go. So four times is usually, like, especially on longer flights, is the optimal time compression if you're just like got so much time at cruise altitude. So control TT. Whoever did the logo, I mean the livery on this one, this Allegiant livery, it looks really good. I think even if it's older, it's still well done. Let's study a little bit of our descent.
Allegiant 238, contact Jacksonville Center on 132.9 or 25.
Contacting Jacksonville Center on 132.925, Allegiant 238.
So our ultimate descent is down to 4,000 at, and these at or aboves VNAV will respect.
Center, Allegiant 238, good afternoon, maintaining flight level 320.
Allegiant 238, Jacksonville Center, good afternoon.
So we'll probably set our altitude up here shortly for 4,000. We'll leave it on 4,000. We will, when we do the descend here inside of the path after we've activated the GA right here for descent, and then we, but anyway, when we do that, then it will control, VNAV will control the descent from there, which is fine. We're about 180 miles outside of Asheville. So far it's been a nice flight, nice smooth flight. It's been quiet. Too quiet. Hey Grumpy, how you doing?
Oh, I'm just peachy, Captain. Just trying to keep these passengers from driving me insane. How about you? Still nursing that coffee, or are you on the hard stuff again?
Bring me some hard stuff with half and half.
Oh, sure, Captain. Let me just whip up a cocktail for you while I'm at it. You know, I should be serving the passengers instead of catering to your whims. Here we are. I'll bring you your drink, but don't expect me to smile about it.
He loves me. He loves me. Let's look inside here. You know, that's a lot of
Legion 238,
space.
contact Atlanta Center on 127.905.
That's a lot of space in this plane.
Contacting Atlanta Center on 127.905. Allegiant 238.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn on the hydraulic pump, the auxiliary here.
On. Thrust mode GA.
Atlanta Center, Allegiant 238. Good afternoon, maintaining flight level 320.
Legion 238, Atlanta Center, good afternoon. Series 33, descend and maintain 17,000.
Maintain 17,000 for Series 33.
I just switched us to GA.
Atlanta Center, citation 661.
Check EPR 1.95.
Flight level
Bank
400
info.
for 12,000.
We'll set that down to our transition altitude, so when I activate descend now, we can and we'll begin our descent. Took me quite a few times to learn this simple process. Okay. All right, we're 153 miles out. We'll be on a very slow descent, but we're letting VNAV control that part. Brian, go ahead and see if we can get our clearance to begin our descent on our arrival into Asheville. We're asking for at 180.
I'll request descent clearance into Asheville. I'll request descent to 18,000 feet.
Atlanta Center, Allegiant 238, requesting descent to flight level 180.
238, when you're ready, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Okay.
Descending and maintaining flight level 240, Allegiant 238.
Right. So I've hit descend now and execute, and this has gone from VNAV level to VNAV descent. So we're going to be on a slow, deliberate descent.
degrees Pleo FL 300. At transition level. Local QNH. Below 10,000 feet.
We're beginning our descent into Asheville.
Oh, finally. I thought we were going to circle the Earth a few more times. I'll let the crew know to prepare for descent. But don't expect me to smile about it.
He's just a bundle of joy. Should be on a very slow and deliberate descent because we're so far out. So
238, descend and maintain 16,000.
So we're about 121 miles out.
16,000, Allegiant 238.
Presume why they're this descent is so slow is right because right now you see there it's still got us 18 miles at 319, flight level 319. But then after that, it start really kind of going down. So I don't think VNAV's in any hurry. I think it's calculated what it needs, and it's just going to be a nice, slow, steady, smooth descent, which is good, especially when you're surrounded by mountains. Beautiful. I'm going to trust it. I'm going to just see how long it takes to get through its steps to descend, but I can see that it's very slow. Okay, what's happening here? Why did it do that? Well, Mach 766 is roughly what it's thinking it needs to be doing right now, and for the next, we're a little bit longer, maybe about 6 nautical miles, and then we're going to watch and see if we see a big change after it reaches Plier to Avaby, because Avaby is, we've got to be down to 6,200, but we got so much time to get there. So we'll see how it does. QNH is already set at 29 or 9 or 8, so we're good there. And like I said, we're set for descend now. We've executed it. We've set our altitude down actually to 5,000, but it will manage the restrictions along the way. We've got 85 nautical miles to go to get down to 6,200. So I think we got plenty of time. There it goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant speaking. We have left cruising altitude and now beginning approach to Ashford. Please return to your seats.
All right, that's all VNAV right now. It's all VNAV. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. That's good. And we also are slowing, and we'll be staying around 240 knots going into Asheville. Safe speed. It's good. Not much transitioning along the way. It's just a straight in. We'll go straight all the way to Sug, and when we get to Sug, I don't know, we may not make it to Sug. We may end up going direct to Nauru. In fact, I think I am going to alter our flight plan to reflect that. Oh wait, AVB. Let me look some of the names here. Enter my approach info. ILS 35 That's the way we're going. So AVB, we're going AVB. Where's AVB? I don't see AVB on my flight plan. I see Nauru. Okay, so I see a MOOCs.
Over to Atlanta, approach on 127.9er for Delta 1208. Good day.
Why isn't Nauru on my flight plan? I'm going to try to add Nauru. Because I see Umux, and then I see Ziku. I'm beginning to second guess my if I've got the latest version. Let me see. Version V1 51R5 cycle 251 2510 R1 nav data. We have the latest nav data. We do. Well, in that case, I'm not going to mess with it. I see on my flight plan here, I don't see, no, not my flight plan. I see on, well, yeah, on the map here, I don't see some of the waypoints that it's seeing. I don't see them. Because I see Nauru. But I don't see, see, there's Umux. Umux is there. Nauru, though's not on mine. I'll see if, but he's Nauru in place of Nauru. There's a AVB and a Zikzu. Nothing really out of sorts. AVB is the current one that we're heading toward, and that we're on the right heading for it, which is what? About we're at a heading of I don't know, 3 I'm going to let it play out. I think we're okay.
238, descend and maintain 9,000, altimeter 2996.
Descend and maintain 9,000, altimeter 2996, Allegiant 238.
Asheville really is this pretty. It's really this good looking. It's just beautiful. And if you've ever flown into the Asheville airport, it's when Helene hit, it's throttle. It's like it's on steroids about them fixing the airport up and getting it look really nice So it's got a lot more than it used to. When I was with a defense contractor, they used to fly the Learjet in there, and it's a scary it's a scary approach, because you can't see. You think if you don't get stopped, you think you're going off the end of the runway, and that it's it's a long way down. But it's an interesting place. once again, we're going to be following any restrictions, which it looks like we've got a 6,200 at or above, and we're about 34 miles from that location.
238, turn left, heading 345 vectors for the ILS runway 35 approach.
Left heading 345 for vectors to ILS runway 35 approach. Allegiant 238.
Allegiant 238, if it's okay with you, we would like to stay on our current course and follow the flight plan unless ATC deems that they need for us to follow the vector headings.
Allegiant 238, maintain your current course and follow your flight plan. I will provide vectors if necessary.
Maintaining current course and following flight plan. Allegiant 238.
See, a little sugar always can get a little bit more. Even AI can have attitude.
Allegiant 238, contact Asheville approach on 125.8.
Contacting Asheville approach on 125.8. Allegiant 238. Asheville approach. Allegiant 238 evening. Descending from 15,000 to 9,000.
Allegiant 238, Asheville approach. Good evening, Asheville, altimeter 29906. Expect the ILS runway 35 approach into Asheville.
Altimeter 29906. Expecting ILS runway 35 approach. Allegiant 238.
Apologies for all the confusion. It's all my fault. Look forward to being on Zoom with y'all.
I remember when I first started flying the MD-80 or started learning how to fly it. It's like every single one. By the way, I think we're good for airfoil. I think we're good there. It's like this panel would be lit up with warnings or something, and it took a while to finally figure out what to do. Getting near, are we nearing 10,000? We are. So we're going to bring up the lights.
Check. Landing lights. Extend and on.
Left heading 335.
Nose lights.
Allegiant 238.
On bright. Logo light. On. Left ground flood light. On. Right ground flood light. On. Left and right airfoil heat. On if needed. Left engine anti-ice. On if needed. Right engine anti-ice.
Proceed direct new route. Descend and maintain
On if
5100 until established on the
Engine start
localizer.
system.
Cleared for the ILS runway 35 approach.
Proceeding direct new route. Descend and maintain 5100 until established on the localizer. Cleared for ILS runway 35 approach. Allegiant 238.
OVRD. Anti-skid. On. Speed brakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant speaking. We are now beginning our final approach to Asheville. Please turn off your electronic devices and stop and wait until you arrive at the gate. I expect all tray tables to
Armed.
your seats in the front right position.
/LOC mode.
Ensure your seatbelts are fastened.
We're not ready for VOR LOC mode yet. Localizer mode.
Our gate today is Terminal 1, so let's try to keep it together until we get there. Please check that everyone is seated
Actually, we could actually have a localizer going. It's fine.
Turning right heading 015 vectors, KGSO navigation, KJFK Bravo.
Currently, we're at 240. See if we need it.
Climb and maintain 7,000. Climb and maintain 7,000, KJFK Bravo.
I'll have it set for 22.4 for slats and flaps. Okay. Flats are set for I'm really afraid to adjust this. We were on 11. What if I do that? Say 24. I want to learn more about that.
Allegiant 238, contact Asheville Tower on 121.1.
Contacting Asheville Tower on 121.1. Allegiant 238. Asheville Tower, Allegiant 238 evening. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 35.
Allegiant 238, Asheville Tower, roger. Continue approach runway 35.
We're about to flaps down and gear down. I mean, gear down.
Western 070 is remaining in the pattern.
Western 070, runway 35, cleared for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 35, Western 070.
Allegiant 238, Asheville Tower, winds 360 at 6 gusting, gusting 18. Runway 35, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 35. Allegiant 238.
All right, we are on approach. We're stable. It's good. We're at about 162 knots. See, our flaps are set to 2.8. Leading edge, our flaps and slats are good. Like that auto, or we can set for auto land if we want. Yeah, we'll try the auto land. It's the first time I've tried it one other time, but this is a good test of it because it's got a lot of little nuances. The sloped runway. See how it does. Remember, elevation here is 2164. We're already at 3,300 feet.
1,000.
We go. Right. We're doing 138, which is 133 plus 5.
300. 200.
Feeling real good. Okay.
Minimums. Minimums. 30. 20.
Bar.
10.
iOS button captured.
I haven't hit the brake yet. Let's just kind of let the reversers do the work. Reversers are off.
Allegiant 238 Asheville Tower, contact ground on 121.9er.
Switching to ground. Asheville ground, Allegiant 238 evening, we're clear of runway 35 and ready to taxi to the gate. Asheville ground, Allegiant 238 evening, we're clear of runway 35 and ready to taxi to the gate.
Allegiant 238, Asheville ground, taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 1 via Alpha 5, Alpha Charlie. Have a good day.
Terminal 1, Gate 1 via Alpha 5, Alpha Charlie. Allegiant 238.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Asheville. You can finally unbuckle your seatbelts, but hold your horses until we reach the final parking position. Fun fact, Asheville is known for its vibrant art scene and historic architecture. So if you like artsy stuff, you might just enjoy it here. Thank you for flying with Allegiant Air, even if I don't really care.
Even though he doesn't really care. Thank you.
The local time here is 5:15 in the evening. Next flight 236 to Orlando departs at 6:30 from Gate B, and flight 312 to Nashville leaves at 7:15 from Gate C. Now let's get you out of here quickly, shall we?
7 departure. Then
I'm requesting a
climb and
GPU.
maintain 6,000. Expect 7,000 minutes after departure. Departure on 1258. Squawking 6625. 8 Sierra Bravo.
Here's 8 Sierra Bravo. Read back, correct?
Alright, we're on GPU power. Landing lights are off. Floods and beacon off. Seatbelt signs off. Anti-fog off. And I think it's time we go back and watch how this thing did when it came in. Okay. Oh, let's do one more thing before we go. All right, so we did an auto land. So if it's a smooth, buttery landing, I can take no credit for it. Okay, I had it set up. It was I think we had everything configured just like it should have been. But let's go back and watch. Let's see how it looks. Okay, here we go. I love the mountains. It really is beautiful up here in at Asheville. And those actually look pretty good. Now this is I did go back. This is not beta 6. I'm on 12.2.3.1 revision 1, I think, and I did that because I was having some crash issues. Wow, but the scenery here looks really good. This airport is all default. There's nothing special about it. If Nimbus comes out with an airport for this, I will definitely get it though. All right, let's see how it does. See how it came in. It was a little, I don't know, a hair harsh. I don't know if it was that bad. How's it look in here?
100. Minimum.
See that leading edge.
40, 30, 20, 10.
No, I don't think it was hard, and it really is a sloped runway. Okay, let's do it one more time. So from the other side. The golf course looks good. That's good. That looks pretty good.
Minimums. 40, 30, 20, 10.
The the brakes never deployed. That could have been me. You know what? I know what's wrong. That was, I had it set to medium, but that wasn't armed. And earlier, when I tried to arm it, it was kicking back. We'll figure out what was wrong there. One more and we're out of here. Yeah, brakes never deployed. That is an issue, and but I see what happened. I had it set for medium. They were not armed. They were not armed. Let's see. Let's check up here on the panel. Anti-skid was armed here. The anti-skid was. Okay, all right. But it wasn't armed here. So when I had this set,
Asheville ground, Seminole 928.
see, it kept kicking off, and I don't know why.
Asheville ground, Seminole 9280 X-ray. Request IFR clearance. Call Sierra Papa.
All right. Hope everybody have a good night. I'll probably do another flight later tonight. I've got to go. I've got to head off to church. After all, it is preacher pilot. Okay.